If we look at the front row, up to here, if you were all women, on average, one of you would get breast cancer. Breast cancer affects 50,000 people in the UK every year, including 350 men. 12,000 people a year die from breast cancer. That's the equivalent of one person every 45 minutes. That's a huge number of people. There must be something that can be done about this. The more we understand breast cancer, the better we'll be able to design specific, effective treatments against it. What is breast cancer? Well, breast cancer begins when cells in the breast start to grow and divide again and again in a disorganized way and then invade into the surrounding tissue. When you look at breast cancer under the microscope, there aren't just cancer cells there within the cancer. There's also lots of normal or non-cancer cells there as well, such as support cells, blood vessels, and immune system cells. There have been several studies which have clearly shown that the more non-cancer cells there are within a breast cancer, the worse those patients tend to do. So the fewer cancer cells there are, the worse that patient does. In one breast cancer type, if the majority of the cancer is cancer cells, over 80% of these patients are breast cancer-free after 5 years, compared with only 50% of the patients if less than half of the cancer is cancer cells. This seems very counterintuitive, and my research is trying to understand why this is the case. What we think is happening is that when cancer cells invade, they send out messages to the normal cells, changing the behavior of these cells so they start to help the cancer cells. For example, cancer cells could send a message to a nearby blood vessel that then grows a new branch into the cancer, bringing oxygen and food directly to the cancer cells. Or the cancer cells could send a message to the support cells. The support cells then invade further into the body, leading the way for the cancer cells to follow. We know very little about what these messages are and how they work. And my research is looking at how cancer cells and support cells communicate with each other and affect each other's behavior. When we understand these messages, we can block them, stopping the cancer from invading and saving the lives of some of these 12,000 people. Thank you very much.